right, peeps. Welcome to another episode of Intentionally Irrelevant with your hosts, Meg and Britt. You may know us from Married at First Sight season 19, but trust us, there's a lot more to the story. No experts involved, just two best friends having unfiltered convos. So whether you're driving, scrolling, or fully spiraling at midnight, or whatever time, welcome. You are officially a part of the conversation.
Yay.
Yay. Okay, I think we left off last time with like your dating story. So we got to get into the shit show of a
with Beautiful Baby.
with Beautiful Baby, guys.
Okay, we nicknamed this. I, for the record, nickname every guy that like I have a thing with, except for I didn't nickname the last one before that. But I'll have to think of a name for him.
Yeah, we do.
The ghosting dad.
No, the love bomber.
I don't like that. It feels like too nice. I feel like it needs to be like.
That's not nice. That's what he is.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to kind of narrate not the whole text that I sent one of my best friends, but.
It's a 30-minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Review.
So we were at dinner and this guy comes up to me and he's like, "Oh my God, you're just so beautiful." Like with Brittany. Brittany and I were at dinner and he's like, "You're just so beautiful. Can I please have your number?" Blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
but he seemed normal.
He does
I will
seem
say,
normal.
like when he approached you, he seemed normal. Like he wasn't like weird. I didn't think he was weird when he approached you.
So then I get a text message that says, "Hey, gorgeous, this is beep. Great meeting you at TLC. Let's do dinner and drink somewhere nice. Somewhere nice. I'd love to spoil you with anything and everything you want with a rose." And I immediately got on chat and was like, "This is weird shit." And she agreed. And then I said, "Hi, beep. Nice meeting you. Let's start with dinner and see if we enjoy each other's company." And then he wrote, "Perfect. Does Wednesday or Thursday work for you? Can't wait to see you again. You're so beautiful, baby." And that's when he got the nickname of Beautiful Baby. So this is how we're going to talk about Beautiful Baby.
I just want to throw this out. Guys, don't do that shit. Don't like text someone you just met and like start to use nicknames. Beautiful Baby or like Beautiful Baby.
We had only met each other for 2 minutes. It wasn't
exactly.
Like,
I hate that.
It was 2 minutes. I mean, he sat there and I was just like, "This is so awkward."
Creepy.
Like, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Which will go into like, the more dates. Like this podcast is really just going to be about Megan dating.
It's about Megan's dating life because it's very entertaining.
It is very entertaining. So anyway, this guy calls me a lift because, he wanted to make sure that he spoiled me. And we went to a restaurant during happy hour, because money was no problem for him. When he got there, he was very disheveled and he just looked like, I don't know. He just looked, bleh. And we sat down and within the first 2 minutes, he said, "I never want to get married. I just want to give a girl a monthly allowance." And so he doesn't have to deal with attorneys. And I was like, okay, it's like 1 minute in, 2 minutes in, max. And immediately I'm like, I know where this is going.
I would have been like, how much are we talking? Kidding.
Yeah. Well, and then he immediately went into that he's down $5 million in crypto and he's up, but his net worth is $20 million. But he owns a $3.2 million home that was too big for him. So he has to Airbnb it out. And he said that he lives at like his condos. Well, the condos that he lives at, they're apartments. Like you can't own them. They're just rentals.
So what's the story here? He's a liar already.
Well, yeah. But then...
I'm sorry. I'm stuck on he ordered you a lift. He ordered you a lift and then took you out to happy hour.
Yeah, to happy hour.
That's interesting.
At El Alma, which is not like, for those of you, it's a decently priced, it's just not spoil you, beautiful baby vibes.
Exactly.
So, then like we're sitting there and he grabs my hand and kisses it and then and then held it. And I go, just on instinct, my body just went, and I was like, "No, I don't do PDA," which is a total lie. I just don't want to do PDA
that's
with
creepy.
you. Yeah. There's just so much. So then he told me, do you know what kratom is?
Kratom. K-R-A-T-O-N.
ATOM.
Yeah, sounds familiar, but no.
So it is this like drug that they sell at gas stations that's more addictive than like heroin and meth or something.
And they sell it at gas stations.
And they sell it at gas stations.
Don't try this at home, guys.
Yes, because then you have to get on methadone to do it. Like to get off of it, it's like super addictive.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, he's a manufacturing company for it or like whatever. He owns a warehouse. The dude was definitely tapping into his own supply. Like he was fucking high. Like something did not make sense. I was just like, he basically said it was better than being on opiates. And he only like drinks a half a can twice a week. And I was like, lies.
It's like, what are we doing,
Like
guys?
all I kept thinking about was like the whole time, like he was talking, all I could think about was like, Khloe Kardashian going, liar!
Oh, yeah.
Like I just like every time I like want to like call somebody out on their bullshit, like I just want to like do her like, liar.
Yeah. And this is like what, 4 minutes into the date?
Yeah, pretty much. So I like wrote a novel to one of my friends. So you just bear with me because there's so much that happened. He's looking for a woman to fuck him, stay pretty, do yoga, and just use his credit card. When he goes into a bar or restaurant, he gives the top 3 hottest girls his number. He'd rather have a Starbucks cashier who's super hot than a woman with a career. His goal is to have the hottest girl in Austin. Mentions he expects his girlfriend to only sleep with him because if it weren't like that, he would just get a hooker, which he doesn't do that often.
Sure.
Totally normal.
Yeah, of course.
Totally normal.
Exactly.
Hookers. No big deal.
Yeah, no.
Within like the first 15 minutes of knowing somebody.
The fact that you just sat through this date, I'm sorry.
Dude, I got so excited. So the creepy thing about it is like anytime, like some of my best dates, I get the same smile because I knew how juicy this was going. Like I just knew.
Like you knew this was going to be some shit.
I knew it was a train wreck and I just was like, tell me more. Like you are, like this is whatever. So then his last relationship wasn't that long ago. I said last week. And he said, well, not last week. They met and immediately moved in with one another. Shocker. Then she got a dog and the dog would get in between them and he would lose his heart on because it would take too long to move the dog. Said he's a Miami guy. And I said, yeah, no, I'm a Keys girl. My whole body was turned away from him, but he was such a train wreck that I had to know more. Asked how many dates until we can go, till he can take me to the Keys. And I was like, yeah, that's never happening. No. That's, I said, this would never work for me. And that's when we transitioned into therapy mode, where I became this 42-year-old's therapist. Crazy. So anyway, he said he's been trying to impregnate this girl, but thinks that she was too skinny to carry it. And then somehow my miscarriage came up, I'm sure. And he said, asked me if I lost the baby because of financial insecurity.
Dude, I probably would have punched him in the face. I would have definitely thrown a drink in his face and be like, are you like a fucking idiot?
Well, he was obviously an idiot.
Yeah.
He was an idiot.
That's crazy.
And I wasn't even insulted because it was just
like mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants a girl to call him daddy. Said he dated a girl whose parents owned Red Ash, Jake Carver's, and I think a football team. She's 21, and 9 months after they broke up, she had a baby. And so, like, he may or may not be a daddy.
But he doesn't know.
And he's okay. And he's okay with that. He said he'll find out if the kid ever reaches out to him, and then he'll figure it out. Ooh. No wonder if it is his kid that they were like,
no.
Never
They
never
probably
claim
like
it.
Tried to hide.
No, they were like, no. She like got pregnant, like the ages, the months actually don't add up, right?
Crazy.
And yeah. So I was like, are your parents still together? Because now I wanted to be like, I was trolling him.
Like, when did you become messed up?
Yeah,
was it at,
for sure.
Like, was it at like childhood?
And he said that his parents are still together and that he doesn't like the way that his dad speaks to his mom, or no, his mom speaks to his dad. And so basically like she belittles him. And I was like, oh, tell me more. And in that moment he goes, well, maybe you're onto something. And I was like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah. Like, dude, you have fucking issues.
And yes, long story short, let's wrap it up. He was like, do you need a ride home? Oh, and let's also say, because I don't know if I actually told you this part, I made sure to keep my drink very far away from him.
Yep. Smart.
I shared my location with my friends Brittany, Paulina, and James, and I put a group text message as Megan's support group.
We were ready. One of us was going to get there.
And I was like, guys, check it every 15 minutes. Like, and really, like, I knew that Paulina and James would be checking it every 5 minutes. I knew Brittany wouldn't until like she needed to do something, but by that time I would already been dead.
Yeah, it would have been after the fact. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, even like I was telling, I think I texted James or Paulina, and I was like, if something happens to me, I want my Dateline story to be Dateline, married from first sight to however I die.
Beautiful baby.
Beautiful baby. So he wrapped it up and was like, so do you want to ride home? And immediately I was like, nah, I'm going to hang out with my friends. Like I wrapped it up at exactly an hour. Got there, was efficient enough, came for the plot, which he gave a ton of.
I will say you did good. Like you definitely like stayed for the plot because I don't know if I do know. I wouldn't have had the patience, the curiosity.
See, I had the curiosity.
The intrigue.
I was intrigued.
No fucking way.
I've never met such a douchebag.
Yeah. Who's probably a serial killer. I'm not.
Well, I actually didn't tell you all about this. We're going to get into that in a minute. And anyway, then I asked you like, what type of car does he drive? And I think you got it on the second guess.
Yeah, I always do.
So if you are from Austin and you're a douchebag, what car do you think that like you would drive?
A Tesla Cybertruck.
Amen.
Immediately ill.
Ick. Yeah. And so then Paulina works out at the same place he does. So she started asking the trainers the next day about like, oh, what's his deal? And it's like, oh, he lives with his girlfriend.
The girlfriend that he supposedly broke up with.
Yes. And gets a new girl's number every time he goes to class. So let me tell you this. So then I went out with my friend Anne to Pool Burger, which I love here in Austin. And I was like, Anne, that guy looks like the guy, like I was just telling her what he looked like. And then it was him.
It was beautiful baby.
It was beautiful baby.
With another girl, probably.
With two 20-year-olds.
Girls. Yeah, you
two 20-year-old girls. And I was like, oh. Oof. You know, the best part was like, everybody was like, I really wish you would have been like, I'm 40. I told Megan, I was like, because apparently like, he likes the younger girls. He likes the early 20-year-olds. And I was like, Megan, you should have just like told him your age. Maybe he would have like shit his pants or something. That would have been, I probably would have came out the gate being like, hey, I'm 40. Yeah, I think I was too baffled to say anything else. So then I was telling another neighbor of mine the story about like how we ran into him and all this. Well, we didn't run into him. We were leaving and I saw him. And one of the girls, a friend of my neighbor's, was like, I guess she's from Austin. And she was like, what's his name? And I said, his name. And she said, shut the fuck up. She was like, did I tell you this?
Yeah, I think you did.
I did?
Yeah.
She was like, I'm so glad that like you came out of there alive. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, that dude is like a known, allegedly, rapist who like drugs women and steals their credit cards.
Oh, he steals the credit cards?
Yes, from women. He steals their credit cards.
So he doesn't have money.
It's a big, she said that they have a group text message change, like her and her friends have a group text message about this guy, and she hasn't seen him in 10 years. So he was doing this 10 years ago.
Dude, we probably need to like slip his number to like the FBI.
She said that he is on the Are We Dating the Same Guy? There's like a whole thread about him. Yeah.
Dude, that's insane.
Allegedly.
This
want to make sure
that. No, that's why we don't date.
No, this is exactly why we date.
No. He could have been like.
Well, I was smart enough to, I mean,
yeah. True, but like, I guess. Do it for the plot. Do it for the plot. Do it for the plot.
Insane.
That's crazy. Like, you'll never forget that story.
Never. That's why it's funny.
You'll be like into your next relationship and be like, oh my God, let me tell you what I had to endure before I met you. I had to go on a date with an alleged serial rapist.
And a 30-year-old.
And a 30-year-old
and then
weirdo who started talking about the swastika.
And then Brittany and I were at dinner with our friend James, and he, this guy was like staring at me the whole entire dinner. And it was like, I didn't even tell y'all. I just was like, this is so awkward.
I'm oblivious to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was so obvious he was with another couple, and the couple were staring at me. And I was like, do they know we were on a show? Like, what is going on here? Like, why are you staring? Like, it was uncomfortable. Like, he would turn his head back just to stare at me. So whatever. James goes to the restroom. He slides in, and I knew that was going to happen. Like, it just, my sixth sense. Slides in and is like, couldn't tell you how you say his name.
Yeah, he said it like 3 times, and I was like, what?
I think that his nickname should be National Security.
Yes.
National Security.
Yes, I like that.
So National Security works in the
military.
He's in the military, but he like works. But then he just told me he got deployed. And I was like, and it's not even for the United States, like the Australian.
The Australian military.
Yeah.
And we're like,
and I was like, well, that doesn't really help
this
me.
might be classified. It'd be so dope if it's like classified.
But it's for the Australian Army. Like that doesn't affect us.
It could. It could be like, this could be like national threat type shit.
That would be so cool.
That
would be so cool.
Why so like basically, so into this stuff?
I know. So basically, like Brittany and I like got so into it. I was
because
like,
he came when he introduced himself. He was like, oh, like he made a joke or something. He's like, oh, I have clearance or something.
Yes, he did.
And we immediately were like, tell us more.
Yeah,
like,
we were both like,
I had so many questions. I'm like, dude, let's go.
And I had just been talking about it like 10 minutes before this. I was telling them about how like there's drones that like come out like in high rises, like where I live, the drones come up and I can see the drones. And I was talking about like, how can I can't just like take a gun and shoot it. Like
can't shoot the drones down.
And you can't shoot drones down because that's a federal crime.
Yeah. Don't do that, guys.
Can't do that.
If you have a peeping Tom, you're fucked.
Well, no.
Oh no, what did he say?
What I'm going to do, well, no, you can get a Wi-Fi signaler or something, or you can get like
the signal. Yeah,
disrupt the signal. They're very expensive. But what I'm going to do, which is way more dramatic and totally on par for me, I am going to buy a drone and I'm going to chase those drones.
Interesting.
Did you know that'd be so funny? Like a drone pops up and I just like pull my drone up and then I go after them and then I just chase them. I mean, I have any more time in a day with all my freaking activities and jobs and everything. But that would be so freaking cool.
Yeah, let's see.
I mean, it would take some time to like get into it. Anyway, so that guy asked me out and I really don't have time in the day.
No, because I think because we looked him up and we're like, dude, you can't tell us where the bunkers are. Like,
yeah, I need to know where the underground city is. Like, what garage do I go into?
I got excited.
What floor do I press -5 till I get there? I
got excited because I'm like, dude, what if he's the director of the NSA? He's not. Like, I think he's low on the totem pole. So it's not. And then it's like you said, it's the Australian military. Like
But I am always into an Australian guy though.
I didn't know they had.
Like an Australian accent does it for me. I used to have the biggest crush on this guy I did business with. And it was the Australian accent because I like look back now and I'm like, what? No. Well, he had swag. Swag goes a long way.
It's the British accent that does it for me.
Yeah, not me. Australian all the way.
So, yeah, I would say, guys, stay tuned for Megan's next dating adventure.
Yeah, because I have another one on Thursday.
Oh, yeah,
I have another date. Our friend Keitra saw this guy. Yeah. And like basically it was like, Megan, I think this guy'd be great for you. So like I have some blind meetup date with my girlfriends and
he seems normal.
Does he? We don't know anything about him.
Well, she sent us his Insta.
Oh, you looked at it? I didn't look at it.
Yeah, of course I looked at it. He seemed normal.
Did he?
He hadn't posted in like 2 years though.
Okay. Well, this I will say, if a guy does not have any social media, I think they're sketchy. Every guy that I know that doesn't have social media is fucking sketchy. And there's a reason why they don't have social media. I don't need you to post often. I don't really need you to post.
But just...
I need you to have something.
Have a presence. Yeah. Because it's like, what are you doing all day?
You don't want to post because you want to be underground about your life and you're hiding something. Every guy that I know that doesn't have social media has ended up being sketch.
So you know a lot of sketchy guys.
Well, I am single, so I have been through been through them all. So anyway, yes, stay tuned. Hopefully it's not a beautiful baby situation and national security and
a weird swastika conversation.
And the 30-year-old. And so now this guy, I guess, is called Keetra's Pick.
Keetra's Pick. I like that.
Keetra's Pick.
I like that. We don't even know his name.
I don't know anything. I literally just said yes. Like, okay. I'm just saying yes to everything
Yeah,
now.
guys, stay tuned. This is going to be interesting. So, hopefully it's good.
Yeah. We can segue into, like,
more bullshit.
Married at First Sight, the most recent episodes, which was episodes
13 through 15. And I'm calling it more bullshit.
Courtney and Nick call it quits.
They call it quits.
Do you think that Courtney and Nick knew they were going to call it quits walking in there? Or were they just like, do y'all want to end your marriage? And Courtney's like, yes. And then Nick's like, well, yes, I do too. Do they have a plan going in saying, we're going to be like, let's call it?
Maybe they had like an inkling that that question would come up, because those group therapy sessions, they get pretty deep. But I don't think they knew walking in, like, we're going to be asked if we want to.
I don't think they knew they were going to be on the spot. Like,
no, but I'm saying, like, maybe they had an inkling that, like, shit was going to probably hit the fan. I don't think they knew, though, that, damn, we're probably going to end our marriage right now. Which they should have ended that shit the moment they said I do.
I mean, I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah,
I'm glad that, my thing is, though, I'm glad they called it quits, though.
I am glad they called it quits.
It would have, like a lot of those couples are delaying the inevitable. They just decided not to delay the inevitable. And they decided to, like, not let us sit through any more of their shenanigans.
But I really wanted to sit through more of their shenanigans.
I didn't, because if I heard scrambling and rambling and, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying one more time, I was going to lose my shit.
Yeah, it's just funny because I know who their producer, one of their producers was my producer.
Was your producer, yeah.
And so I would love to have like a discussion. I need to call her and be like, just like,
give me the tea.
Yeah. And she won't, because she's very loyal.
Yeah, well,
and that's why
good.
she keeps getting hired back. But she will tell me like, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, she'll be like, yeah. Or she'll be like, no, I really like, yeah.
Yeah. No, I think they probably walked in knowing that, like, it was just going to be probably like an intense conversation. But yeah, because we never got the heads up on anything. So I don't think that they got a heads up that, like, you're probably going to be asked to, like, end your marriage or some shit.
Okay. Well, that's how we feel about Courtney and Nick. Let's move them along. And, he does talk a lot more on the internet than he did.
That's why I'm like,
it's very shocking to me. Like,
I'm
how he is
reconcile the two.
Yeah.
And I don't see it.
Yeah. Like, online, he just talks mad shit and just like says whatever's on his mind and just like kind of goes whatever. But
it's the thing, like, online, he has a presence. Right? And like on the show, I'm like, damn, did she just like beat this guy down so much to where he did? And I don't think so. Courtney, I'm not going to put that on you. My bad, girl.
No.
But I'm just like, I'm trying to reconcile the two. And I'm like,
he didn't speak up.
Yeah.
He didn't speak up. I validate his feelings or the sentiment that he said, you showed up to me this certain way. And so I couldn't, I was scared to handle things with you, which deja vu for me, I get it. But at the same time, that's not all on her. You know what I mean? Like, you got into this, you should be saying how you feel. You know what I mean? Like, which was a problem she always felt like she had with him.
Yeah. I think Will kind of did the same thing now that I think about it, or like he was, I don't want to say afraid, but it's like the only thing. Like he was hesitant, afraid to like maybe express how he really felt or like say what he meant, because I came off a certain way to him. Like, maybe he thought that I was going to be too reactionary to like whatever it is that he had to say, which I think that's a whole cop-out, but whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like, be yourself, like express how you feel. And like, if I react, I react. If I don't, then I don't.
Exactly.
So I don't know. Anytime I hear that, I'm just like,
And, there's always context to like behind the scenes stuff that we don't know about.
True.
We just don't know.
I just give them kudos for ending their relationship because nobody wanted to see it anymore.
I don't know.
Maybe they're great individuals.
Oh, no. I'm sure they are.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah. But she gets on with all the girls and he gets on with all the guys. Let's segue to Adam. And when Sean, I have to say, you are the MVP of this week. You really do show up when you need to show up. You calling out Adam was freaking hilarious.
I wish I could recite what he said. He's like, your vocabulary, like.
I don't even know what he said, but it was so hilarious. And that the fact that Adam got so mad and like in his confessional was like, how dare you? Like, your relationship sucks. And like,
yeah.
I was like, dude, because he was telling him basically, he just said, you're not that smart. Like, choose better vocabulary.
Right. Stop saying vibes and stop saying cooked. Cooked. Dude, totally cooked. Fucking hate that shit. But like, honestly, Sean said what everyone was thinking.
And Sean just need to get laid.
But was that before or after? I don't know. We don't know the sequence of how things happen, actually.
We do not.
That's another behind the scenes thing. Like sometimes you see things and you're like, oh, it happened in this sequence. And it's like, really? It actually didn't. They probably,
we don't know.
We don't know. But yeah, I think it was interesting because like maybe Adam didn't take it the right way because, well, one, it was true. And two, like, he's probably not close to Sean. So it's like, why are you, of all people, like telling me these things?
Well, it was kind of like when Josh said something to Will.
Josh said something to Will.
And Will popped off. Like, Will was just holding this trove of information and was like.
Because it's like, dude, I don't even talk to you. Who the fuck are you to tell me how I am?
Like, if it weren't coming from me or Chad, Will was not having it.
He was not going to receive it.
Yeah, like he was just like, don't talk to me.
That I totally forgot about that. That is such a good, like.
And he like popped off and like all this stuff because Will has a good fucking memory. He just like holds it there. And then when the time's right, if he's got to use it, he's got to use it.
Like a memory, like a fucking like elephant.
He's very intelligent. We can give him that.
Yeah, he has a great memory.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much them. And now Marissa, look, I've been in Marissa's part where like it's not that you're trying to be like cool girl. You're just like getting to know somebody. So like you're kind of going with things and maybe not holding your ground saying like.
Oh, every female, like every woman has been a Marissa where they're in a relationship where they feel like they can't speak up. Or like their voice is diminished.
It's going to come. Like, it's like, okay, my time's coming. But like,
my whole thing is that like, she just kept saying that she wasn't going to go back to being like how she used to be, like the early 20-year-old and I'm just like, whoa, it's kind of the same. But
what about him
we don't know.
Being like comparing to his last relationship?
If I hear about his last girlfriend loving to jet ski and a paddleboard and pickleball one more fucking time. And then what did the Dr. Lisa, she was like, well, they're an ex for a reason.
Yes.
And like the fact, I don't know if Marissa, like on camera, she hasn't been like, stop comparing me to your ex or whatever. Maybe she's mentioned it off camera, but like, I would have been like, well, why the fuck aren't you with her? Like, why do you keep?
I get that he like he really valued that in his relationship, like in his past relationship.
Just stop bringing it up.
Yeah, but I get that like he really enjoyed that. And so that's something that he wants to bring into his next relationship. But that is not like the fundamentals of what makes a marriage work.
Because you guys like to play pickleball together.
Yeah, that's not like going to keep you together through the hard times and everything. It's very, I hate to say it's very superficial.
It's extremely superficial.
And I think that's kind of like what Sean was alluding to, or just kind of flat out saying. And
he can't go deep. I don't think he has depth at all.
Sometimes this would be like what my therapist said. Sometimes there are men that don't swim the deep end of the pool.
No.
They don't. And they can't. And
they can't.
Yeah. And they just need a basic woman.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what.
But that's so interesting because when we first did this, we first were introduced to them, and I think like the first episode, and my take was he's going to try to change her, or like he's going to have more of the presence, and she's going to like diminish herself, and that's exactly what we're seeing.
Exactly. So,
I don't know.
TBD.
Yeah, who's next?
We don't have to talk about everybody. Well, yeah, Nick and Tori.
Nick and no,
Tori.
no, Felipe and Tori.
Felipe and Tori.
Felipe,
get your shit together.
Get your. I have words for him. Because, like, again, we always preface this by saying, like, we're not judging. And
I
blah,
am
blah, blah.
judging.
I'm fucking
Have you
judging.
looked at your wife?
I'm judging. Like, you're never, someone said it. He's not going to get better than Tori.
Never.
Not even going to come close to better than Tori.
He'll get laid a lot.
He'll
by
get
girls
laid a lot,
and,
but, like
things that are not fulfilling in life.
To say, when you're sitting next to your wife, when you have your hand on your wife's leg or what, and you're touching her, to flat out say, I just like sleeping with a bunch of women. I don't know if I want to be married, if I can be committed. Are you kidding me?
No offense, who didn't see that coming?
Are you fucking kidding me?
He was late on camera. He was drunk, hungover. I mean, who else didn't see that coming? I saw not ready to grow up, but definitely has potential down the road. But like maybe when he's 42.
That's like far down the road. That's like
42.
I think it's going to take him losing Tori. Maybe for him to realize, I don't even think that. But I think later on down the road, he'll be like, damn. She's the one that got away.
Yeah.
Because Tori, you are queen shit.
You are. We both have we both grew watching you, like how poised and classy.
I learned so much from
and
her.
how you don't have to be reactionary in the moment and you can just be there and let them do them. And, you just be a queen.
And you go handle your shit. Because we were talking about this yesterday and I was like, this is why maybe I'm not that evolved, but the way I would have popped off and like it would have been something. If I'm hearing my husband tell me,
I would not be having like sex with him after that.
But like the way I would have just lost my shit and she sat there,
stoic,
head held high, like a fucking queen and just was like, I'm gonna handle you later. I love that. Now, Felipe's gonna lose her.
That's like somebody who like handles their emotions well, who can like self-regulate.
Right.
There's no fucking way. I feel like I can do it now.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, I can do it now.
I can do it more than I could before, but in situations like that, and then the other situation that we're going to talk about that I would not be able to handle myself.
Well, there's difference between like you're just an imbecile and then you're just being really disrespectful. And that will tie into our next couple, which is Mecca and Belle Jolie. Now, I want to preface this.
I don't want to
Brittany has a lot of feelings and she's in them and she has a strong feeling about this. And look, I totally agree. You should never disrespect women. That sounded weird, right?
He did disrespect his wife.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry, I'm getting mad at you.
Yeah, but I don't think that like he's like,
I don't think he's
aware.
What?
You can't be.
No, I think because he's been saying some sly shit this whole time. And I'm just like, I had such high hopes for him like in the first couple of episodes. And then he just kept saying the sly shit when he first started off by saying.
He did that birthday thing. That was really nice.
That doesn't matter. That's cute.
That's really sweet.
That's real cute. But like to your core.
But maybe he was doing it for the cameras.
To your core, like when you say shit and disrespectful shit, like that's actually just who you are. When you keep saying disrespectful shit, that's exactly who you are. I can't let that shit slide. He started off by saying like, oh, I don't think you're definitely more attracted to me than I am to you. That sent me, okay? That's an
insecurity.
But what sent me over the cliff, over the edge, this guy, I think he was holding her hand when he said this, sitting at the fucking table. I wasn't attracted to Belle when I first saw her. Sir, what? And you're telling in front of a group of people. That reminds me of when remember our 1 month anniversary dinner, and then we were talking about, oh, have you guys used the L word yet? And then Will flat out said, oh, I definitely have not. Like, so,
and then I just like busted out.
Just like disrespectfully. But like, this is worse because then he doubled down and he took it a step further. And she's like, you weren't attracted to me? And he was like, I said she's pretty, but like, is she pretty enough for me? When I tell you, I almost fell out of my fucking chair when I watched that.
Learn from your dad. I feel like your dad wouldn't have made those mistakes. He's got too much swag.
Maybe his dad is the reason that he is the way that he is. We don't know enough about his family dynamics.
But I don't feel like his dad would do that. Maybe he's just insecure. I think it has to be insecure.
The audacity.
It's very rude, and he should come back and he should apologize because, that's not nice. And it's not a good look.
You're so cute. That's not nice.
It's not.
That's fucking disrespectful. You've dug yourself into a hole. Y'all were in a really good place. And then it's like the social and emotional awareness to then in that same conversation start off by saying we came up with we made a great decision. We decided that we're both going to say yes on decision day. And then 5 minutes later or however long in that same moment, you then say, I wasn't attracted to you. Is she pretty enough for me? Excuse the fuck out of me.
I am so sick of these men that think that they are
the prize.
This is actually funny because I was talking to my hairdresser about this and
sorry, I'm upset. I need to breathe.
But I know that's why I'm going to tell you this. So I was talking to my hairdresser about this. I don't remember what we're talking about, but she said, Megan, if guys eat a lot of chicken, all the chicken have hormones in it.
I said that.
You said that too?
My aunt told, not for real. My aunt was be wary, be aware of guys who their favorite meal is chicken or they ordered chicken.
Because they're getting all emotional now and they're
pumping this chicken with hormones.
They're getting whatever. I don't know if it's estrogen. They're getting female hormones in
them.
Yeah.
And they're becoming little bitches. I'll say it. Some men out there, I'm not going to say all because I'm not one of those I hate men. I actually love men.
No, but yeah.
Some men out there are just little bitches. They're little princesses and they think they're the prize and they want to be waited on hand and foot, but they don't want their woman to make too much money or more money than them. I'm just so confused. I'm not saying that's Mecca, but his disrespectful comments, he can't come back from that, at least for me. And again, he's probably who the fuck is Brittany? I don't really care. But now you know my opinion. But Belle Jolie is so pretty. She's gorgeous, and even outside of that,
guys
on the inside, she's she is holding this man down. She is the true definition of a ride or die.
Yeah, but when men cheat, they never cheat with a prettier girl. It's always
no
bottom of the barrel. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because they don't feel good about themselves. And I'm not saying that he's cheating, but I'm saying again, another one that won't be better.
He'll never get better than her.
No.
If that's what he wants.
I don't really feel like we need to talk about Caitlyn and
Cameron and Michelle. Y'all little shit stirrers.
Oh, I love that.
Y'all be stirring up. I love that shit. They're just I'm going to sit back and we just going to watch y'all implode because we're good over here.
Yeah.
So, hey, stir that pot.
Sean and Nikki.
The fuck?
Hooked up.
Sean and Nikki hooked up. She don't like that man. And I will die on that hill.
Well.
She don't like that man. She don't like that man. She don't like that man.
No, she tested out the water, see if she could do something with it.
Their relationship might be less tumultuous than it was in the beginning. She don't like that man.
Yeah.
And that's it and that's all. So we're getting close to decision day, D-Day. Which couples do we think are going to say yes on decision day? And which couples do we think are going to say no on decision day?
Okay.
There should be, dude, there's way too many people.
Okay. And I realized when listening to our last podcast, because not everybody watches us on YouTube, we have to say it out loud.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and reveal yours.
All right. Which couples do we think are going to say no and which do we think are going to say yes? And I said all are a hell no except Michelle and Cam. They are a yes.
Okay.
And I emphasis on hell no. Hell no.
She hopes.
No, hell no.
Okay, well, I said yes to Cam and Michelle. And I think Marissa and Adam say yes, but I think they break up shortly after. I think Tori says no, because, they both may not say no. One could say yes and one could say no.
This is true.
I think Devin's going to say no. And Caitlin maybe. I don't know. Sean and Nikki are both going to say no. And then Belle Jolie's going to say no.
I think she's going to say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These, I'm sure these are going to say
Yeah.
this. I don't know what their significant others will say. I have a feeling Felipe will probably say yes. And I think that Caitlin will probably say no, but she could. And I think Mecca will probably say yes.
I don't know. He gotta stop saying some sly ass shit before I come.
But that doesn't mean that she deserves it, and it doesn't mean that she will accept it.
Before
I'm just saying, I
screen.
think that
he's gonna be like, "Oh shit, we're good."
Yeah, like, "Oh, we're great," and she's like, "No."
Yeah, she's like, "No,
pick rocks,"
because I know my worth, and like you, sir, you can't fix no man.
I just don't know if somebody like ever said that to me. No, I'd be like. What? I
would just like, I don't know what, I do know what I would do, and it's not appropriate for this podcast.
All right. Well, I think that was great. We got my dating life. We catched up on MAFS, and yeah.
We're getting down to the wire with MAFS. So like, definitely join us for the next episode. We're going to talk about the retreat, which that's going to be fun. I'm having PTSD of our retreat where I just cried. I cried the whole time. I cried and cursed the whole time. So that's annoying. And then, stay tuned for an update on Megan's dating life because I'm living vicariously through it.
I know. Who knew? Like, who knew? Like, I would turn 40 and then like all of a sudden my dating life, and I'm not even on Hinge or Bumble or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just like out in the wild.
You're just out in the wild and attracting predators.
1, 2, 30 and beautiful baby.
Well, we don't know about the
30
national clearance guy.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
And we don't know about Keetra's pick.
We don't know about Keetra's pick.
Damn, I think I might have to get on Hinge or Bumble just like to keep this going. Maybe eventually I'll find the right guy, but in the meantime, it's hella fun.
You got to go through some shit. Hey, you got to go through some shit to come out on top.
So that's it for today's episode. Thanks for hanging out with us and listening to our chaos. If you learned related